グレだ。いや、ハイセキヨシヨシカワ、アウス京都ウニバーシティ、ヤーパン。
ของเรานี่เรานั่นหรือยังเริ่มจอยแล้วยังหรือว่ายัง
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Professor Chandrich.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, Thomas. Long time no see.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
ดีครับท่านนำยุทธ
Good afternoon, Professor Namjoon.
Good afternoon Professor Yoshikawa
Hello.
Good afternoon
Good afternoon.
ขอบคุณครับ So Professor Kiyoshi Yoshikawa, have you already joined? Are you in the club?
Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
In New Year's.
You are in Laos, Professor Chandrish? Are you in?
No, not at all. In
Oh,
Bangkok. I joined you from Bangkok.
oh, okay.
Yes. Hello. So Professor, so no need a mask today, no? In this meeting. No need a mask.
Okay, so as time has been a little bit delayed, so I would like to take this opportunity to start our meeting today. So before we begin, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Assistant Professor Dr. Buntida Yrpipathanakul. I will be your MC today. And as this is the online meeting, I would like to keep our meeting smoothly by, here's a few housekeeping rules. So if you could make your microphone mute and then turn it on when you would like to speak so that it wouldn't interrupt the signal. So we appreciate your time today, taking your busy schedules to join us today. So before we begin, we would like to have the ASEAN anthem to welcome everyone. Thank you. That was the we think we are challenging the corona pandemic, and I think this is challenging for everyone. So we hope this meeting will be beneficial for everyone to promote technical education as a whole. Now I would like so today agenda, there are six topics, including the first agenda is chairman reports. Second is approval of previous minutes of meeting. The third agenda is matter arising. Fourth agenda is matters of report. Fifth is matters of consideration. And sixth is any other businesses. To begin with the first agenda, I would like to invite our president, RAFTEP president, Assistant Professor Dr. Sommai Piusaad, to give you opening remarks.
Excellencies, distinguished delegates, honorable guests, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of all faculties and staff of Rajamangala University of Technology, Tanjaburi, it is my distinct honor and pleasure to welcome you to the second LAFTE Executive and Advisory Board meeting of the year 2020. And I would like to thank you to all of joining this meeting. Today, the meeting is conducted in a virtual posture in the light of COVID-19 pandemic that we are facing. This incident has significantly impacted our way of life, both our region and global community. Even though we all experienced an unprecedented circumstance with the outbreak, we are here truly as one united network of Tibet in Asia. I strongly believe that we do our best when we do it together. Therefore, we will take this opportunity as a good step in the right direction to force synergy between all of us for one goal that we all want to pursue, achieve, and promote implementation of the program of action of LAFTE throughout the whole year, including FSSH UTM online colloquium, webinar on how we can be productive to pass the stress level during COVID-19 pandemic, lab talks, establishing research team, and EQ1 scholarship. I would like to take this opportunity to announce to all of you that Professor Dr. Kiyoshi Yoshikawa has accepted to be our new advisory board. I also would like to congratulate and welcome Professor Dr. Kiyoshi Yoshikawa, and I sincerely confident that we all can work together effectively to seek for the best benefits of our association in order to make our institutions to be the best place to shape up and equip our citizens in the regions to be skilled workers and employable.
Thank you very much.
Especially thank to Professor Dr. Kiyoshi Yoshikawa for being the best academic partners who always putting in a lot of time and effort to our worthy events and making many things possible. As digital disruption has brought us and our personnel to the era of Industrial 4.0, transforming industrial automation to industrial autonomy, where advanced and disruptive technologies will enhance industrial devices, plants, equipments, business operations, and productions to be able to operate autonomously. Meaning that Our responsibilities and duties are being challenged, and together we will create a way of to rise and streamline competencies of personnel. For example, we can take the form of learning and developing work-related skills and mastery of required knowledge and scientific principles as the key to prepare our youth to match with the demand of the workplace. To advance the skills level of worker and to enable the regional economic development, to overcome the middle income trap, also becomes an essential issue that we cannot exclude from our mission. Upskilling, reskilling, and new skilling for the workplace of the future will be created that never existed before. According to research by the World Economic Forum 2020, mentioned that the arrival of globalization 4.0 means that more than 75 million jobs are expected to be displaced by 2022 for major economies. In this new reality, people will have to reskill, as not only will it be challenging to hire new talent fast enough to fill the gaps, but human resource development doesn't yet know how to recruit for these new roles. This means that upskills and reskilling the current workforce is actually a cost-effective way of dealing with these changes, all while ensuring people don't have to be made redundant. Post-COVID workforce and what employers need is the issue that we must consider seriously. Today, digital transformation is at the top priorities for industries around the world. Once we overcome the COVID-19 crisis, this transformation will define the jobs of the future and will set the stage of companies to contribute to the economic reactivation, providing their employees with appropriate training so that they can occupy the new position that will be generated. I saw the challenging opportunity right in the front of us, and I firmly believe that with our vision, determination, and collaboration, we will be able to move us forward. Finally, I would like to once again express my warm gratitude to all of you to the meeting. Now, I declare the open of the meeting, and I wish you all successful meetings. Thank you very much.
Thank you for a very clear vision, goal, and objective of RAFTE, and also has described the current workforce demand situation, including digital transformation, and also introducing our new member. Next agenda, I would like to introduce Assistant Professor Anon Niyompon to give Secretariat's reports.
Good afternoon, dear RAFTE Presidents, Associate Professor Dr. Sombai Philsaan, Accessory Boss Member, Associate Professor Dr. Namyut Songkanapitak, Dr. Rob Benkis Kellis, Dr. Thomas Chalada, Assistant Professor Dr. Silak Han Vivatananugun, Professor Dr. Hiyoshi Yoshikawa, Exclusive Board Member, Associate Professor Dr. Agus Setiwan from UPI, Indonesia, Associate Professor Dr. Yusi Bin Kemin from UTM, Malaysia, Associate Professor Dr. Du Wan Dong from SCM UTC, Vietnam, University of Executives, Vice President and Assistant to the President, on faculty staff from RAFTE member who are participants in this meeting, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Associate Professor Anon Niyompon, Dean of Faculty of Technical Education, Rajamangala University of Technology, Thanjavuri, acting as Head of Secretariat, Region Associates of Vocational and Technical Education in Asia, or RAPTE. It is my great honor to organize the second choice AB and AB meeting again. Since the first AB and EB meeting was held on January 2020 at RMUTT Pathum Thani, Thailand. Successfully, this is the second meeting in the same year. So let me introduce the meeting agenda. As first, I would like to propose the meeting objective. The objective of the meeting is to report the purpose, the action plan in the order of the RAPTE mission. Continuously, quickly, today we have agenda as seen in the documents in your hand. The first agenda has already done by the RAPTE president. The second agenda is a proof of the previous meeting which was held in the January 2020 at RMUTT, Thailand. The third agenda is a mentor arising which has two important sub-agenda. One is the first draft of the RAPTE platform and strategy 2021 to 2025. And another one is nomination of advisory board member Dr. Jelani Jonas. The fourth agenda is a mentor of the report. We have some progress report about research group, assistant research competency. In the meantime, advisory board member may have some guideline or contribution to the committee. Finally, the first agenda is mentor is a consolidation. In the first agenda, EB member including MUTT, UTM, UPI, and HCM UTC may have some progress to the committee about the next annual camp meeting, present the future activity among RAPTE members. Either the of the multilateral activity, such as international conference, online workshop, or webinar for the student and faculty staff, research work, and future academic collaboration. In the meantime, we may propose the outstanding students researcher awards to promote and enhance the student researcher to international standards. Furthermore, we may also have a small talk to share experience as new normal education at the recent situation COVID-19 pandemic. This is the agenda of the meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you for addressing agendas today. Now, I would like to invite everyone to look at the screen because we're going to take a group photo together. So hopefully we get a good, nice online meeting photos. Okay, so okay, so our technical support is going to capture the screen.
ครับ โอเคไหม
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. So we will send this photo later.
ยิ้มได้ไหม
And later on, if anybody share their own screen, if they have their own document, please send it to our chat room, and we will put that in our next report, and we keep that in files. So our next agenda, I would like to invite Assistant Professor Dr. Pakorn Kiat Sawet Metikun to give you a brief minute of last meeting.
Dear RAPTE President, Advisory and Executive Board members, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. May I report the minutes of the previous meeting, which was held on 17 January 2020 at Mangkala Ubon Conference Room, Rajamangala University of Technology, Thanjavuri, Pathum Thani, Thailand. The meeting was started at 13:30 p.m. The committee and participants are listed as shown in the document. Let me continue the Agenda 1 Chairman's report. The objective of meeting was informed, and RAPTE President announced new vision, core values, and mission. In the meantime, the committee accepted Professor Dr. Kiyoshi Yoshikawa as advisory board member. Next page, please. Next page. Next. Okay, agenda number 2. Please slide down. Okay, agenda number 2, approval of the previous meeting. The committee approved the minutes of the meeting, which was organized by UPI Indonesia. Agenda number 3, matters arising. Agenda 3.1, the committee agreed with the following topics. The first, circulate hosting the AB and EB meeting, also CAM meeting. The second, revise scopes of RAPTE into Tibet people, such as lecturer, researcher, students, and workforce. The third, co-organize university mission among members, such as conference, co-research, visiting professor, and e-journals. In addition, RAPTE President introduced research funds from Germany, such as the AAD Humboldt Foundation, and some funds from Japan. HCMUTA reported support funding from EU and Finland on Green Tibet project, which was collaborated with UPI Indonesia. HCMUTA, UPI, and RMUTT proposed the training program for lecturers and students. And the Secretariat allowed to invite technological university from Myanmar to participate as observer for next CAM meeting. Finally, the committee discussed on scope of invitation for new members. Agenda 3.2, the Secretariat report official RAPTE websites, newsletter template, and RAPTE sharing resources such as database of researcher and expertise. Agenda number 4, matters for consideration. Agenda 4.1, RAPTE Research Plan 2018 to 2022 was proposed as 4 themes. Those research themes were collected from members and were classified as to technological and educational domains. Agenda 4.2, RAPTE Thailand model, the first draft of Tibet development was proposed. And the last, agenda number 5, next AB and EB meeting was announced and hosted by HCMUT on September 2020. The meeting was closed at 14:30 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I hope that this summary give you a brief idea of what we have spoken last time in the last meeting. So next agenda, agenda 3, we are going to cover the platform and strategies, financial reports, and nomination of new member. So 3.1, I would like to, okay, so
Yeah.
apology for the mistake.
Yes, from
Back to-
the previous meeting, summarized by Dr. Prakon Kiet. So I would like to ask the member to approve the meeting report. Okay, so everybody approve the meeting report. If any revise or any correction is needed, please contact us. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Next agenda, agenda 3.1. I would like to invite Associate Professor Dr. Grichon Poom Kitipid to give you, to raise the matter of RAFTE platform and strategy 2021 until 2025, the draft version and research clusters.
Thank you, Ms. Secretary, Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to propose the RAFTE platform for and strategy 2021 to 2025. This is the 5-year platform that we will work together for the international levels that are driven by RAFTE community. The first platform is reinventing and reforming organization. So the strategy 1.1 is proposing action plan, schedule, project leader, and coordinator, which reference to RAFTE vision, core values, and missions. The expected output outcome is before February 2021. Strategy 1.2 is a reorganization, membership, and benefit, and world-class standardization. Is the activity is expected before March 2021. The platform 2 is international relationships. The strategy 2.1 is an annual meeting or workshop to exchange knowledge, research, works, and related topics. The expected outcome is every 3 to 6 months. Strategy 2.2 is enhancing bilateral and multilateral activities. Example is research assistant and postgraduate researcher, keynote speaker, and visiting professor, student camp, and short course trainings. So expect outcome is about 100 people per year. Platform 3 is a key academic cooperation. The strategy 3.1 is joint international conference, joint research teamwork, and publication, and enhancing scopus and web of science journals. The expected outcome is about 50 papers per year. Strategy 3.2 is a joint and dual degree and research assistant mobilities. The expected outcome is about 3 to 5 programs per year. The platform 4 is a world ranking university. The strategy 4.1 is a world-class organization having more than 50 institutes that expect outcome is within 3 years. Strategy 4.2 is seeking external financial support to drive member activities. The expected outcome is within 2 years. Strategy 4.3 is a world-class congress and enhancing to top 500 universities. The expected output outcome is about 5 years. The final platform is a professional organization and management. Strategy 5.1 is establishing training center organized by RAFTE member. The expected output outcomes about 5 centers. Strategy 5.2 is a cooperation of RAPTE member having continuous income. The aspect of output outcomes about $150,000 US per year. Okay, please consider.
Does anybody has any other comments on this?
Excuse me. It is plot number 4. World rank or rank? Could you show me again the agenda?
Agenda.
Can you show the agenda? Word 5 word.
Sorry. Platform number 4. World rank. What does it mean?
What rank?
Oh, okay.
RANG. What does it mean?
Ranking.
That is the misspelling. Apology for that. It's ranking.
Oh, okay, I got it.
RANK.
I got it. Thank you.
May I have comment?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. With respect to the platform number 2 about international relationship, strategy 2.2, I just worry whether we have activity for student exchange. So because here we only have a student camp and short course training. Is it possible to have student exchange like credit earning?
Excuse me, for strategy 2.2 for exchange student and exchange faculty member or professor, I think for physical mobility is difficult dealing pandemic COVID-19, but for digital platform we can do exchange. We'll present in the next topic about virtual or digital collaboration during this pandemic. But hopefully this next March or May, we will have vaccine, we will get through this pandemic. So this is the 5-year plan. I think next 2021 cannot, but 2022, I think we cannot pass through the pandemic.
Yes. Yeah, because this is for 5 years plan.
Yes.
Maybe in the future it's possible.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, is there any other questions?
Yes, can I ask you something? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, Professor. Yes, please.
Okay, so my question is more general. What is the objective of this point of the agenda today? Is it about to agree about this whole plan already now, or is it to present some directions and strategies as you have proposed by this point? And so that we can now go ahead to reflect about these 5 major strategies for 5 years, so that we all can be involved in adding some ideas or in discussing once again perhaps the one or other objective or strategy. Because from my point of view, there are many things which are not clear for me for the moment. And one general remark is also, if we are with these 5 points in the stream of our constitution, that means RAFTE has a constitution. We have some major let's say objectives and ideas, and So strategies and activities for the next 5 years must be confirming with this constitution. And when I see, for example, the world ranked universities, I cannot, let's say so far, understand the importance of this point or of this platform for RAFTE as an association for vocational education and training. So far, I mean, this is my question is perhaps not so clear now, but I would like to say only that I think that this proposal should be further discussed by all of our members, our member-owned universities, and also of our executive directors so far. So I hope you have understood my doubts. In general, I agree. I would like also to say that this is clear structuring, but from the content and also in terms of what is the strategy and what is the activity. So I mean, we should perhaps think again about this. And another point is perhaps also especially that our main objective of RAFTE is cooperation and research. And if our main point, cooperation and research, is the main importance from us, then we should also have in the strategy more activities about, or clear points about that. So far, perhaps my remarks are that. Thank you.
Yes, Professor, it's correct. It is not the direction, just we don't want just, okay, we did already, but we would like for all of you suggestion and what we decide together. It is a draft or a proposal that RMUTT just draft for every member comment, and what we think, what we are going in 5 years plan forward through the internationalization through RAFTE. So this we would like ask for the comment and also suggestion, or so we can add or we can delete with strategy that the members thinks is not important, or it might be add something more important that make a RAFTE strengthening the global collaboration.
Right. Thank you for the clarification. And then please perhaps add the word draft on this paper. It would be more clear for all our members when we say the draft of the RAFTE Platform Strategy 21-25. That would become more clear if everybody knows this is a draft and it is for discussion.
So sorry for some mistake, but this is the draft. We were waiting for the comments from both from advisory board and executive board members also.
Okay, thank you very much.
Excuse me. May I raise two more questions, simple questions? Hello?
Yes, please.
Yes. Regarding the platform for World Rank University, strategy 4.1, what does it mean having more than 50 institutes? MOU? What is the 50 institutes? What does it mean?
Sorry, the meaning is university, 50 university.
Oh? What do you mean? There are only 50 universities in the world-class organization? What does it mean, world-class organization having more than 50 institutes?
Actually, we hoped in the GAM members, GAM is General Assembly member. I hope we may obtain approximately more than 50 universities to work together. This is just a draft, and maybe lower or higher is depend on the executive board members to discuss this. This is just a draft. Thank you.
Okay. And about the strategy 4.3, it is very challenging and ambitious. That is very good. But how do you define top 500 university in the Times Higher Education World Ranking or top 500? How do you define?
Define from QS ranking.
Oh,
We
I
hope
see.
it's our focus. It's our goal.
I see. I see. Within 5 years?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Within 5 years, we have to go through 500 university top range in QS ranking. But not only as RAFTE members, also we have to move to 500.
I see.
Please allow me to give some comments. I think in terms of RAFTE member, I think many institutes are probably looking to upgrade their rank in terms of the reputation in international ranking, such as QS ranking, Times ranking, or other brand. And this is one of the reference that we use that we probably can help each other to improve by working together. And one of the criteria in terms of internationalization is the collaboration between 50 nationalities. So that is why we put that in this draft, because in RAFTE, if we have more variety, this will help each other to improve the whole picture of the reputation. Thank you. So is there any other question regards this issue?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Thank you very much for this excellent presentation. And as I can see, and it is very ambitious, and I really like ambitious plans and strategies and ambitious objectives. Of course, we need all objectives. Point is,
I'm sorry to interrupt, Professor Schroeder. Can you speak a little bit louder?
Okay. Yes. Sure.
Thank you.
The point is, this is from the way I read it. We need to see what is the purpose, what is the objective of RAFTE. It needs to be in line. From my understanding, we should see what is the objective according to the Constitution. Mr. Genrich already pointed this out. What is important is if we need to discuss the main purpose, which is TVET. Not do we need to implement TVET here in the strategy? Would be one point I would like to ask. Is it important to have TVET here in the strategy? And secondly, we said the core region would be ASEAN. The main idea would be to support our membership universities in building up, improving through research and capacity building TVET in ASEAN region. If this needs to be changed for different reasons, so be it. But I think we need to discuss this, and from outside, if we have a clear objective, or for an outsider, what do you want? I mean, we need to be clear in what we are. So what are we telling an outsider what is RAFTE about? So far, it was about TVET, it was about ASEAN, and it was about strengthening research on TVET, which of course is a very broad field, and research capacities, which would enhance capacity building, which would enhance TVET provision, preferably. So that's something where I think we need to make clear in any strategy these words must be included in one way or the other. Would be my suggestion, my recommendation. Thanks. Thank you.
May I have a comment? I think from the point of view of the TVET for vocational education technology is also the main purpose of RAF Day. But I think all members have to go through the world ranking or world purpose of international globalization objective of each university. Maybe this platform can help us to go directly to our goal, and also TVET is still the main objective, but we have to ask ourselves what we are doing for and what we are going to, right? Dr. Sri, like to have any comments?
Thank you very much. I think that is in the line of Lab Day goal and purpose. We go on focus on TVET. Still focus on TVET, both process and contents, Dr. Schroeder. But I agree with all your comments that we need to further discuss on this draft of strategy as well. Thank you very much.
Okay, if there's no more question, I would like to move on to agenda 3.2.
Hello. Hello.
Okay. อะไรนะคะ Okay. คนไหนพูด Jalani. Sorry.
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah, sorry. So thank you. First of all, I would like to say thank to the RAFTE members here because appoint me as advisory committee again. Yeah, I would like to do some input or comment here in our 5 plans. To me, it's considered as a short plan. It's not a long plan. You have here 5 strategies, main strategies, and I rather agree with the comment from Jan Rees and Professor Schroeder. I think we have to look back again our constitution, the objective of the RAFTE, because we try at the beginning the objective, the main objective for RAFTE is just to enhance our collaboration in terms of doing research, consultancy work, and as well as a publication among members. So this is the main one. But yes, again, when we look back our achievement right now, until now, I think we're still not at the point yet on this main objective. And nothing's wrong if you like to add some good initiative, good objective for the future, for example, for the university ranking. But I think that is considered as a secondary because the university ranking actually is basically is an initiative from each university, you know. And this platform, RAFTE, actually is to enhance our teachers' education in Tibet in terms of research, consultancy work, publication, and maybe on the academic mobility and so on. And as Dr. Agus mentioned just now, on this is the example Dr. Agus mentioned about the mobility. Yeah, this is one of the objectives in our constitution. But yeah, our implementation on the mobility is just like it's not a really mobility program because there is no credit transfer on that. Just maybe whether inbound or outbound, the program is only 1 week the most, and that is not really considered as a mobility program. So I think for our strategy in future, we must look at how to make it this mobility real mobility can be happen. Means that with the program, mobility program with the transfer credit. So this is one of the example. So in this short term or short plan, we should go concentrate on this line, you know, not really too ambitious to, you know, go for university ranking and so on. So that one is a bit too far to me because in terms of collaboration in research, for example, so we have our partner from Vietnam, from Laos, from, I mean, so we can share, we can work together doing a TVET research, highly I mean, outstanding TVET research together. That is the most important, I think. So should we put it in this 5 RAFTE plan, 5 years RAFTE plan? Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so the secretariat team has noted all the comments on these matters. Because of the limited time, I would like to move on to issue 3.2, which is the financial report by Ms. Ban Leng Saatmoon. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, President of RAFTE, Advisory Board, Executive Board, RAFTE members, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ms. Ban Leng from RMUTT. Please allow me to report about RAFTE financial of the year 2020. The details are on the screen. But on the 5th of October 2018, RMUTT previous balance remaining on RMUTL account is approximately $3,882 US. And on the 9th of October 2018, member fee from RMTT approximately $1,000 US. So total is $4,892 US. And since 2018, in the meeting of AB Advisory Board and Executive Board at Pattaya, we agreed that to be the RAFTE member is free of charge. So that's why the detail on the screen, we have got early interest. And now the balance as of today is $1,903 US. Thank you.
Okay, so is there any questions or comments from the members?
Let me explain more. I'm sorry. I forgot one detail from the screen. So we have returned the initiative money from President of RMUTL, of President of RAFTE, approximately $3,000 US. And after that, today, the balance is $1,903 US. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there any question from this board? If there's no question, I would like to move on to agenda 3.3, which is the nomination of Dr. Jalani Junos. If I pronounce your name wrongly, please apologize. To be the advisory board member. Professor Dr. Jalani has a lot of excellent, outstanding profile in his CV. It's very long, so I would like to only stress the main parts. His academic background is from Sheffield. He got PhD in technical and vocational education and master in industrial technology education from Wisconsin, including Bachelor in Industrial Technology from Wisconsin, USA as well. And currently, he is the director of Malaysia Research Institute for Vocational Education and Training. Also, University Professor, Scheme VK7 at UTHM. Okay. And he has received many awards and also professional members, including national and international service. He is the manager of UNESCO UniVoc Center in Malaysia. He is an expert member under UNESCO and UniVoc International Center for Technical and Vocational Education and Training in Germany. He is also committee member of United TVET Network on Innovation and Professional to Development, UNESCO UniVoc. He is also a member of Regional Cooperation Platform, Asia Academic Society for Vocational Education and Training, Regional Association for Vocational Teacher Education in Asia. So from his excellent background, the committee has nominated him to be the advisory board member. So is there any disagreement?
So I would like to ask our member to approve Dr. Jailani to be our advisory board member of our RAPTE.
Agree.
Yes, please.
Yeah, welcome to Dr. Jelani. And let me add perhaps some important point. Dr. Jelani is one founding member of RAFTE. So far, he is a unique and a really excellent man. We know each other already a long time. And I welcome him really much from my point of view. Very welcome, Dr. Jelani, to our advisory board. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. For other members?
Yeah, I'm also agree. Pointing Professor Jalani as a advisory board member, RAFTE. Thank you.
I agree too. I appreciate very much Mr. Jailani's previous work and ongoing activities for TVET in Malaysia and well beyond Malaysia. He's an internationally acknowledged expert for TVET, and I'm really looking forward to work with him here. Again, thank you.
Thank you, Professor Schroeder. So other comments from our members?
Yes, highly welcome.
Yes, also agree from Namyut.
Yeah,
I
thank
also
you.
agree from.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. So I would like to conclude that all of our members of RAPTE members approved for Professor Dr. Jailani bin Yunus to be our advisory board of our RAPTE. Thank you very much. Please welcome Professor Jailani.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I try my best to, to become a good advisory board in this platform, Rusty.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So that is good news. Next, we would like to go on to agenda number 4, which is matter of reports. I would like to invite Assistant Professor Dr. Sumonman Niemlam to give the progress report on establishing international research group. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your kind introduction and also this very good arrangement. Good afternoon, everyone, RAFTE member, advisory board member, executive board member, and all participants today. My name is Sumonman Niemlam, by the way. It's my great honor to report what we did dealing COVID pandemic. Dealing COVID-19 pandemic, we are thinking a lot, how can we mobilitate researcher and student, keep continue collaboration in COVID-19 situation. We cannot try to see each other. We cannot set up the physical meeting through the physical appearance. So that we think about how we can keep contact and keep collaborate each other. I asked the project manager of the lab talk, set up RAFTE International Researcher Team Lab Talk project to enlarge scope and recent research work for future collaboration and also identify efficient information working processes and significant steps to establish international research team. Because we cannot go to see each other, we cannot introduce each other, so that we have to show what we did and share what we done through a digital platform. Okay, next slide please. Yeah, we did the first lab talk hosted by MGT on 15 August 2022. At first lab talk, we can contact only UPI, and we share the laboratory that already attend and participate. Lab talk is a food safety research unit, high frequency innovation and application about the microstrip, microwave, antenna design, microwave sensor, IoT in home automation, smart farm, laboratory, and laughter research assistant competency, education in COVID-19 pandemic. And composite materials is not only, as we discussed before, it's not only technical education, but we also expand to engineering fields. But we keep focus in the how we educate and how we collaborate through the technical education and engineering fields also. For after first lab talk, we asked for UPI to be a host of lab talks on 17 October 2020. And this time we expand the members of participants from MUTT and UPIs, and we decide for third lab talks where we'll ask for Vietnam and Laos to go join what we did and what we done, what can we join each other. At second lab talk, we can match researcher from UPI and RMUTT in food safety research. Because first lab talk, some of the researcher head laboratories present what they done. And other universities listen and find the suitable researcher to match to the researcher at different university. At the second lab talk, we can match for food safety research laboratory. And then they will go on. Both researcher will have to check hand and go through email and chat line to keep going for the research collaboration. And also high frequency innovation and Rafter research assistant competencies still discussed in the second lab talk. For the expect result from the lab talks activities is the Rafter researcher resource. We ask for all members that already present in lab talk to share what they done, not confidential data. It's just regular. It's just like for myself, Sumanma Niam Lang. I expert in conductive polymer and also sensor and actuator. And I welcome all collaboration through all members of LAFTE. And so you can see my draft CV on the website that I think RMUTT will be the first secretariat to make it first. And the second one is the international project proposal. It's like that's on the first lab talk. We discussed about how we teach and study efficiency dealing COVID-19 through the online class, through the virtual laboratory, how we can keep its efficiency like a physical platform. We think we can ask the funding from UN or other funding agency that will support about education. And the third one is publications. After that, if we have collaborations, if we know each other, if we can ask for the funding, of course, we can publish for our research. And then, of course, 5 years agenda will have a much published in Scopus or ISI or in international ranking, and our university will ranking up. After that, if possible, our student professor can exchange mobility to each other. We can do it because we know each other digital platform. When we go physically, it will be easier to continue our laboratory or collaboration. But if not, we still can do on digital platform. And the last one is international research assistant preparation system that will be in the agenda 4.2 from Dr. Kunakon Kitti, next agenda. That is the photo that we did already. We keep continue and would like to expand and ask for more contributor. That what we did. Thank you.
Okay, is there any comments on these issues? So we have been discussed that to improve this activity to be more active, we would, if possible, we would like to collect the name of the coordinator from each institute for each activity. So we will have closer contact to make the activity more effective if possible. So later, if you could give us the name and contact email of the coordinator of each activity, we would be highly appreciated. So if there's no other question, we would like to go on to the next activities, which is assistant researcher competency by Dr. Kunakon Kitti. Thank you.
Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me thank you all for being here. And from the online conference, I'm Dr. Kunakon Kitti from Rajamongkol University of Technology, Thanjavuri. Okay, the presentation is a short presentation. It's divided into 4 main sections. The first, the overview, the background of research assistant. The second will explain about competency and the topic of knowledge of the research assistant curriculum. And then the part of the clarification. And finally is the short discussion about the student selection process. Okay. The purpose of this presentation is to give you the overview of the main priorities of the research assistant. The objective of research assistant is curriculum is to produce the research assistant and improve the curriculum efficiency in the three main parts. The first, research and analytical skill. It also is technical and management competency. Okay, requirement divide into two classes. The first, the bachelor student and the master and doctoral student. Okay, here are some facts about the research assistant salary. This is a shows salary survey information. This is show a research assistant salary. You can see the salary of research assistant in engineering fields is about $60,000 per year. It also in United States is same around 100,000 or 200,000. This result is show and confirm this position is very important for the organization and have a good salary. Okay, some field of the research assistant, for example, the social science and the biological have around the 30 or to 70,000 US dollar. Have a good salary. Okay, keep in mind the salary length vary widely depending on the including the position, certification, education, or the additional skill. Is why this position have very the good salary and salary higher more, because this position have very important and essential for the improved commercial innovation, for very important to the industry, government, education. Okay, now we know the importance of the research assistant field. Now we have to set and decide the research assistant curriculum. And thirdly, we have to identify the outcome. We have outcome and decide the goal. We have an outcome, and our goal is the graduates have to contribute and support the researcher, technician, or professional to achieve or reach the high quality publication and commercial innovation. And then we have an outcome and goal. We have assessed and push in detail into the competency and create the topics. Now if we have the core competency, we call competency, a requirement divide into two classes, the undergraduates and the postgraduates. Okay, let's move on to the competency and topic of knowledge of undergraduate research assistant. The main purpose student can be developed to be research assistant with the core competency as communication, safety, critical thinking skill. Finally, the student have to reach the high impact journal publication or journal quality 3 or 4 publication is our goal. Can effectively perform. In the part of research competency, we have a topic of this. Student have to study information, correct checks, analyze, and maintain update research data under supervision. It also develop tables, the figures, the agenda for report and presentation, for example. In the part of technical competency, the student have to set technical, assemble technical under supervision. We have topic such as fundamental laboratory testing and analytical and modeling skill of the technical data. And lastly is management, the competency, the financial projects management are discussing. Okay, next, the part of the graduate research assistant. Research has the competency of the graduates that have the same as the last time, but graduates have to upskill more. The students have to develop the research assistant with the core competency. And finally, students have to reach the journal quartile 1 publication and efficiently perform. In detail of research, students have to carry out the experimental laboratories, correct checks, and analyze under supervision. It also developed table, prepare research manuscript, and prepare information for forecast the final report. In technical competencies, they have to operate collaboration, laboratory workshop, maintain laboratory equipment under supervision. And we have a topic of the monitor project budget. Students have to monitor and manage project budget because this topic very important for all the special research project. Okay, I have finishing explaining about the competency of research assistant. Okay, in part of the qualification, we have to focus and looking for students have a positive attitude to study, and they have ready to work hard. It including the passion for the chosen course, including the collaboration and teamwork, and good written English language and confidence with basic math. Is also measuring instrument skill for each class or measuring instrument for the engineering and technical field. Yes, so finally is the propensity to compete the security test. Okay, now we have a clear qualification and to link to the selection process. Okay, selection process, I think, are very flexible. Okay, we divide into process. Interview the candidates. For example, we can interview maybe asked by the academic advisor who are working closely with the student because the advisor know the student background, his skill, and passion. The advisor can choose student for including to the research assistance curriculum. And we should have to the carry out and the fundamental exam or test, the sample test for the selection. In the selection process, we will discuss with our team and we will inform you again. Okay, the analysis of the presentation, my general comment about the research assistant curriculum. This curriculum is beneficial to the engineer, researcher, graduates, undergraduates, manager who are working related to the industry, government, education, academy. The curriculum can provide the strong and the high performance knowledge for the research assistant. Okay, now it is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for your kind attention. And now, very pleased to answer any question you may have. Please welcome if you have any comments or idea for the research assistant curriculum. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there any questions on these matters? So if there's no question, I would like to move on to 4.3, which is guideline by advisory board member. I would like to invite Dr. Jalani, as he has been accepted to be advisory board today, to give some comments. So please, Dr. Jalani.
Yeah, thank you. As I say again here, I would like to say thank you to the RAFTE Secretary and all the members of RAFTE because appointing me as the advisory board start from today. And yeah, I really appreciate this because I think I still can do something, can do some input for our association of the, especially about the short-term and long-term planning for RAFTE. And before I discuss a little bit further, I would like here to not to announce, to congratulate to our team members, our advisory board members, Professor Thomas Ruder, because he was appointed as a chair, as a UNESCO chair of Tibet and computer development for future of work in Team Donmoon. So I think this is one of the our achievement, especially for the Tibet Institute, and Thomas Ruder also being with us as a advisory board. So with his wise knowledge and experience, so I hope that this RAFTE can be more excellent in future. So yeah, again, I would like to see RAFTE try to be more focused on the objective in the constitution again, because we're still young to me. We're still very young in the association. And of course, we have to really firm and really do our job according to the main objective of the constitution, main objective in the constitution of RAFTE. To me, for the staff development or teachers, teachers development, this is one of our aims to enhance their competency in terms of research, especially in terms of publication, and as well as in the academic wise, because a lot of things that we can share within RAFTE members, for example, the academic, in terms of in Malaysia, because we have a new initiative, for TVET program. We have instrument, for example, instrument to do the rating of the TVET program. This is one of my contribution to the Ministry of Higher Education, and that instrument is ready now. And because this instrument is very important for TVET program in Malaysia, so that instrument was taken up by the Ministry of Financial under the Economic Planning Unit to become a single TVET rating, we call it. And yeah, maybe we can share in terms of this to use this instrument with other RAPTE members, so that by doing this, so we know that our TVET quality, TVET program quality in our institution really at far with this international quality. So this is one of the, I think that we have to looking forward. Maybe we can share, and then all the RAPTE members can make use this to do the writing for all the TVET program in their own country. So that's one of the example. And then I would like also to strengthen the international collaboration of research, because I do experience, with currently I have working with Thomas Ruder, and several RMUTT and RMUT in Thailand, I think, for them with us doing the research on the, for example, on the work-based learning. So this is one of the examples that we have to, to enhance. So we can share our experience in research. We can share our experience in publication. So this is, to me, this is the most crucial, the most important activity that we have to put it in our 5 years plan, as well as the on the professional development, because we can benchmark with the CPSC, for example, because CPSC, they are doing a lot of CPD for the TVET teachers. So maybe we can do something similar with CPSC, but within our RAPTE members on the specific competencies in teaching and learning, for example. So let focus on this and give this priority in our pipelining our study. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. And next, I believe that Professor Namyut have some comments.
Yes.
Some recommendation for us. So
yes. Thank you, the Secretariat members. Firstly, I would like to thank to our members and new members, and also new advisory, Dr. Jailani. May I take about few minutes time to talk to the meeting by saying that during the pandemic of the COVID-19, I believe that everyone has been very much aware of how severe of the situation has been effect to our operation day to day, and particularly also as well for the TVET systems. So what I would like to share and, perhaps suggest our research to be done by some area that we are trying to, even though today you cannot see the paper which I have been drafted for a short time. However, the things keeping in mind that to improve the situation of TVET system has been directly affected by those because of the closing and leaving out of the industry for quite a numbers of of them throughout all the whole world, and the job placement has been left behind for quite a few numbers, and it really creates a lot of difficulty for the situation of the government of each of countries to take care of this without job, the jobless people, and the economy as well. So firstly, may I take this the threat into the opportunity for us, saying that the credit bank system and the online learning system, how could we join them together by proposing of some of the area which will be the researchers' work to get things done, and then hopefully by the end of this research or whatever the time went by, this would improve the situation of how the system of the education would do, and not just only the TVET system only, but the other whole system of the education as well as the workplace would have to be improved, I'm sure, by some of your suggestions as well. So let me just firstly, by considering of these typical difficulties, there are differences, experience, which is we need to get things done by having a good measurement as well as the finding out the results from the system of online learning. I believe that nowadays each of the countries starting their own because they have to shut down of the economy and as well as the social functions, quite a fair bit of them. So education would have been affected by the system. Then the online learning has been introduced, and the equipment as well as the competency of the people who are working on this. We need to make a research how to compare. Firstly, I would say number one, how would we could compare the system of the education from the classroom learning and teaching into compare with the online learning system. Of course, there are quite a fair number of the items that we need to look at it closely by doing the research. Secondly, the intensity of the courses being delivered to the student or to the learner, how quick understanding of the student who being achieved to learn how to know and to be practice a thing like this, we can use our research capability to compare the system of this difference between the two. Thirdly, how the assignment of the lesson regularly to the student, how they achieve the learning outcome from the results from there, and the measurement technique, how could we do that of the online learning also. And fourthly, I think the number of how are the number of students they are joining the class as an attendance? Do they pay any attention to this? How that means the effectiveness of the online learning would be. This would be another thing, even though otherwise we would not know how effective of the online learning would be affected to the learner, to the student. Fifthly, I think the attitude toward the administration, from the administration as well, to support the various situations like the facilities and the problem arising, how to get things done and solved. This would be, even though it's a bit fragile in the sense of if the finding from this, the administration have to get things improved, the situation as well. Otherwise, it would be just only the word saying, they are doing the online learning, stay home, something like this. So this is the opportunity for the research. And then finally, the end of this kind of administration would get things, properly adjust to the situation as well. So these have become the suggestion for our effective administration. Number six, I think how could the achievement and the way of handling the practicality of the courses provided, as well as everywhere they are doing the TVET, the practical has to be somewhere and sometime, even sharing the time of how could they, starting from the beginning, from unknown to be known and cannot do, undo to becoming very skillful to do things like this. And the online learning, how would that be, designed to the system to be effectively handle the situation as well. So that'd be number 6. So number 7, I think, should there be any possibility to conclude the participatory from the industrial partner to becoming more pay attention to the system? Because otherwise, if you think only online learning by, handling the system like that, and without any practical things happen, and how could we do that? So the research and those people who are teachers and work closely with the industry, how could they overcome the difficulty of that kind of thing? Otherwise, we will produce a student from TVET system without any practical works, and then they would leave out the good things, which is one of the very key success of the career in the futures. Number 8, I think what are the strategies in providing the real professional experience from online learning, or even using the semi-online learning process? This becoming, I said, it probably would be one of the research tasks that we can compare and how to make the suggestion, and then we will get through the difficulties of the system. Number 9, to what degree of the achievement from the real sector, the real sector, which is the industry, participate with this new system. So it's somewhat like the new paradigm for the system of learning TVET system during this period of time. So we do take the advantage of that, how the way of thinking and get things done more properly. And number 10, I think we need to classify or classification of the subjects of the area where and which the high and low implementation of the curricula would be. That means each of the curriculum, how could we make it more properly to match with the online learning, or to match with the semi-online learning, as well as the practicality of the area. I do care about this because of in the near future of those who are really hands-on tasks, and then giving more opportunity to the real sector, they would be the first selection of the working opportunity, rather than they were not being selected. That would be really pity to our system. So 11, even though it seemed to be in so many of the topic that you are able to get things done by research, however, this last one, perhaps any further suggestion or recommendation from the real practical and exercise from the total online learning, which is being expected by the system. Do they expect any online learning to be fit with TVET? Which part of them? Something like this. So that I think we are inviting all kinds of the researchers who are dealing with the differences of the system of the professional way, which area they can also, do that. There probably plenty of research can be done by this. So that's what I would like to share with our members, to see if we are really put heavily on research, taking care of this kind of things, and add them on into the credit bank, whichever, if they have the time. So that means this is one of the very important period of time, which is we are going to get things done more properly according to the situation. That means in class, by a former primitive way or whatever, it's a very common sense of the people who's coming to the school and sit down and there listen to the teachers doing that. And then we would turn it more and more heavily in the sense, hopefully by saying this, if some of our members would be, starting up whichever the area that would prove if we can make a good research that would expecting for the better will come out. So I believe that my short presentation here would like to hear some comments from your side, whichever, and then the printed materials of this perhaps would be distributed to our members to see whichever you are interesting or how can we do getting about it. So hopefully TVET and under LAFTE system, we still have to put focus as some of us has mentioned earlier already. So please do have any suggestion and comments, please.
Thank you. Is there any suggestion to make?
No?
Maybe we can take this to further discussion later, because we are a little bit running
Our
out of
time.
time.
Okay. Thank you for your attention.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much, President Namjoon.
Okay, so next, agenda 5.1. I would like to invite Professor Du Wan Dong from Ho Chi Minh University of Technology and Education to give us a brief progress report on the annual GAM 2021. Thank you. Oh, Professor Dong, could you turn on your microphone, please?
Good afternoon. As I mentioned earlier in the chat box, Professor Jung, the president of the university, now traveling to Hanoi for an urgent meeting called by the Ministry of Education and Training this morning. So he couldn't join the meeting today. I'm Thuyen, Ngo Vam Thuyen. I'm the chairman of the University Council.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Could you speak a little bit louder, please?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. So I will be presenting the agenda 5.1 regarding the GAM for next year at HCM-UTE. Dr. Kwok, can you make it bigger? You show the slides, please. The show button, the show button.
So large?
Large and the
okay. Okay.
You need the show button.
Shows button, yes. Okay.
Yeah, okay, from the beginning, yes. Okay. Right. So for the annual GAM in 2021, which is planned to be held at University of Technology and Education in Vietnam, this is our draft agenda. We propose that we can do it in Nha Trang City, which is not in Ho Chi Minh City. This is about 45 minutes, 30 minutes flight from Ho Chi Minh City. It's a coastal city. The reason we chose Nha Trang and proposed to the draftee because in November 2021, we will have a conference we call Green Technology and Sustainable Development Conference. This is an annual conference hosted by Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology and Education. We host this conference and co-organize with a few universities in Vietnam as well as the university in Taiwan and Korea. So we think this is a good opportunity that we can combine the conference and the GAM so that the participants from draftee can participate in the conference. The agenda would be day one. We would have, as usual, we have AB, EB meetings and the JAM meetings in the afternoon. And then for day two, the participant of RAFTE will participate in the international conference. The papers will be published on IEEE Explorer. For this year, even we did it online, these were very competitive in terms of paper accepted to the conference proceedings. And then day three, it would be the field trip for participants. However, the disadvantage of this schedule is that the participant from RAFTE won't be able to see SCM UTE campus. That's the disadvantages. But the advantage is you can, travel in Nha Trang. It's a coastal city. You can have a few days relax over there. Next slide, please, Dr. Wood. Yeah. So this is the papers regarding the TVAC section in the conference that we going to make it parallel with the schedule which we do for the conference itself. So the call for paper would be sent out in January 2021. We send to RAFTE members and also other universities who would be interested in TVET. In August, we would have a full paper submission and review. SCM UTE would be responsible for inviting the committee for review. We may invite experts in the RAFTE member university to review on the paper for TVET. And then the conference would be in November, parallel with GAM meeting in Nha Trang. Yes. Any questions or any comments, please?
Okay, so this has been noted. Is there any question from the members? So if there's no question, we would like to move on to 5.2. So this is the discussion between Ho Chi Minh City, Ho Chi Minh University of Technology and Education, UPI, UTM, and ARM-UTT. So I would like to invite Ho Chi Minh University of Technology and Education to start reporting on recent and future for collaboration among RAFTE members first.
Good afternoon for the ladies and gentlemen. So from Ho Chi Minh UTE, we are planning for the action plan for 2021 about the activity for in the RAFTE's members. We are planning to organizing webinar on innovation and entrepreneurship on the January 15th. So we will send an email to RAFTE's partners to invite the faculty member to attend this webinar workshop on the January 15th. And the second, we are planning to organize webinar on e-polio in July 2001. And the third action is we are planning to organize the workshop on digital transform on TVET on November 2021. It is the special section in the international conference on green technology and sustainable development 2021. And that is all three main actions for the HCM UTE in 2021. Thank you.
Okay, next I would like to invite UPI to share the progress on recent and future collaboration, please.
Okay, thank you very much for this opportunity on behalf of UPI, Pusat Pendidikan Indonesia, and also as an executive board member of RAPTE. Allow me to present some slide. Because of time constraint, I think I'll skip this slide, talking about the UPI experience in education due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But I think this is nothing special with this pandemic condition. So first, maybe already mentioned before in the previous meeting that UPI at the moment obtained a project from ADB, Asian Development Bank. The project called Advanced Knowledge and Skill for Sustainable Growth in Indonesia for next 5 years. And this is really related with the TVET. The project title UPI as Center of Excellence for Vocational Teacher Education and Training. Yeah, actually the project covers some activities, including construction work. Here we will build an infrastructure for 6 buildings and equipped with laboratory equipment, workshop, and micro teaching and learning, furniture and picture, as well as technology and information system. And related to the content, also we have a program for curriculum and research development in TVET, especially for TVET teacher education. And for capacity building, we also have a training program, non-degree program, both domestic and international. So in more detail, here is the selected TVET related program in UPI in next year, 2021. So through the IDB UPI AXI project, we have the following program for next years. First, non-degree training, both domestic and international, for UPI academic staff, as well as technician to improve their competence in the field, especially in automotive, industrial automation, and robotic, and also logistic. This is our new study program, so we have to improve the quality of human resources in our university. And I think here we see, I mean, RAPTE and also RAPTE member as a potential partner for this purpose. And also because UPI is one of the, I mean, LSP, LSPs mean the professional certification bodies. So we will conduct a training and competency test for our assessor according to the national body for professional certification. Another program is related to professional development of vocational professional teacher education. So we have some FGD on this topic, and we need some input from various countries how to develop vocational teachers through vocational teacher education. And also we have an activity in cooperation with ASER, Australian Council for Educational Research. For next year, we have a webinar series on the research and publication from UPI TVET Research Center, because we have an existing UPI TVET Research Center at the moment. And also a training on gender-related issues in vocational curriculum development for, I mean, vocational teachers, and also training on green TVET, also for teachers. And beside the program, with XCIDB project. Next year, we also have the 4th UPI International Conference on Innovation in Engineering and Professional Education that will be held in October or November 2021. But the date have not decided yet, because of some consideration. So here we invite RAPTE member, both as a participant, speaker, as well as for, co-host of this conference. And then also, we have national convention and international conference on PAPTEKINDO. PAPTEKINDO is Indonesian Association for, technical and vocational education institution in Indonesia. This event will be held in July or August next year. And as I already mentioned earlier, so here we have a new policy of the Ministry of Education and Culture. In our curricula, our students, also lecturers, have to learn outside the campus, both in Indonesia and abroad for 2 or 3 semesters. This means that we need a program like a student and staff exchange program with credit earning and something like that. That's the program for 2021. But for the current cooperation, also we have, for example, this year we have joint international conference between UPI and RMUTT, Tibet conference, UPI Tibet conference, and it's at RMUTT. And also UPI was participating with Ho Chi Minh University of Technology for an education writing proposal for Erasmus Mundus, but unfortunately for this year's proposal, our proposal is not financed, not accepted yet, and maybe in the future. So, and also with UTM also we have a collaboration. I think that's all of my presentation. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Again, for all the presenter, please drop the presentation to the chat room so we can have the copy of it. And other people can also make a notes and follows. So next, I would like to invite UTM to give a brief activities on recent and future collaboration among RAFTE member, please. UTM.
Hello, I'm here.
Thank you.
I want to share my slide here. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Yusri.
Apology to disrupt. We hardly hear you, so can you speak louder, please?
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Yusri from University Technology Malaysia. This kind of thing that I would like to share with other members in RAFTE, that we have do some collaboration between among RAFTE members here. And on December this year, we had a international colloquium between RMUTT with the UTM on 9 December 2020, and alongside with that we have a signing MOU between RMUTT because we are continuing from the previous agreement, letter of agreement. So now we had another 5 years agreement with the RMUTT, and in last November also we have an international colloquium with Vietnam, with some lecturers and PG students, especially to doing a colloquium. Then they are presenting their paper and sharing knowledge with our students and staff in UTM. And last 2 weeks, we had a global online classroom that handled by UTM, and we have a lot of RAFTE members, especially from RMUTT, UP, University Negeri Makassar, and a few EU MP from Indonesia. A lot of them. It's total about 500 participation from among RAFTE members. And we do hope that our plan for the 2021, we can have a more online webinar or colloquium, a platform that we can invite more universities under the RAFTE members. Our next plan is with the RMUTT that we are need to plan about a joint degree for master and PhD in the near future, because we had a MOU already. Then we have to have that kind of joint program that handled by 2 universities that we can sharing in terms of the expertise, and our student that come to Malaysia, and our student come to RMUTT, and we have a co-supervision in terms of the research students. And second one, we have this year we have planned to next year. Actually, Tibet IC should be in next year because of the pandemic coronavirus. We postponed through webinar by next year. Tibet IC, Technical Vocational Education Training International Conference. This is 4th time for 2021 that will be held on November. I do share the pamphlet and the poster at the chat over there. Then the conference will be held from 25th until 26th November. That we have a team with it toward sustainable development through Tibet. I do encourage all the committee members here, especially from the RAFTE members, to be our part as a co-host. Then later on, we will invite all of our members to be part in this event for November this year. Then colloquium, we have a few planned, especially a colloquium between the RAFTE member, especially from Indonesia, and maybe soon from Vietnam and Thailand as well, because this one is very important. Yeah, we know that we cannot go abroad, we cannot face to face. I think the webinar through online is the platform to we sharing our research and the publication through this webinar. And the 4th one, we hope that we can have a more publication on index or non-index journal through our participation into through colloquium or through international conference, especially in Tibet area, that we can join publication in terms of the writing article and so. I think the limitation is because we don't have that kind of funding or grant that we receive together. If we have some kind of grant that we can do together, I think we can more success in terms of the publication. So yes, because we have a lot of, especially in the international students in our country, that they can help us in terms of publishing and writing the article, as long as the local talent as well, especially our postgrad student, masters and PhD, that we can assign them to be our research assistant in terms of the grant publication. I think that's all from the UTM. So we hope that we can have a more collaboration in terms of the conference and writing article as well. Especially our aim is not only in the Scopus index, but through Web of Science, yeah, or Q1 and Q2. This is the purpose, because we in the UTM, especially as a research university, we are have a KPI, our key performance indicator, especially the lectures. At least a year, they have to publish in a few Scopus paper, at least 3, and 1 Q1 or Q2, alongside the non-index publication. And so this is our KPI every year. That's why we have to follow all the KPI. That's why we have we hope that we can have a more collaboration in terms of that kind of thing, in terms of the publishing and in terms of writing paper to be published in Index or Web of Science. I think that's all from UTM. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Next is RMUTT, please.
Thank you very much. So on this year's 2020, we have some activities together covered with the UPI, UTM, such as international conference, colloquium, MU renewal, lab talk, and webinars. That is the past activities in this year. And next slide, please. And for our future activities, we hope to see these activities. I thought, I listened and I watched your from Ho Chi Minh City, UTM and UPI. Maybe we are on the same road. Maybe we can join some conference together between UPI, UTM, and Ho Chi Minh City. And maybe we may hope to see a bigger conference and higher impact publication on the index journal. And maybe we can more discuss next time or on some chat in wherever we can talk. And I think we because of COVID-19 pandemic, maybe we cannot stop some activities such as the online webinar, lab talk, colloquium for students and lecturer to share knowledge, to share research works together. This is the we did it as a new normal activities to do together through online. This is a new way to do. And we also would like to see special lectures through online. As we see that physical mobility is difficult to do because of the COVID-19 pandemic, but we can give some special lectures through online. And next step, we also have to, wish to see the joint research work and publication together in one paper. Maybe some authors maybe write together between university and my university and more than one papers. That is our goal as we present in the platform. And we also hope to see the joint degree for master or doctorate degrees. And we open to talk to and discuss any programs, any university to work together to make a joint degree. And if you have any discussion, maybe you can contact to my email. My email is pkkt@rmutt.ac.th. Some mistake. I'm sorry. And I hope to talk to you much more because of we have a very small time. Maybe this is just my what I want to talk to you. This is future activities in next year. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So is there any other comments? I would like to invite Dr. Yawalak to add on comments, please.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining this meeting. I am Dr. Yawalak Pipatimurnkun, Vice Dean for the Faculty of Technical Education. Today, I would like to talk about student camp. The topic of student camp is the soft skill and leadership camp in RMUTT Thailand. The objective of this camp is to develop and enhance soft skill and leadership for students in 21st century. The necessary feature in the 21st century, students must have only one academic knowledge, but it's crucial to have the soft skill in various fields: teamwork, adaptation to risk, resolving conflict with issue, the leadership group, enhancing the information such as a presentation. In this course, they will learn about the visual mind map, design thinking, communication skill, leadership skill, teamwork, mindful, and enjoy the Thai language and culture tour. In my map course, we will help students organize the mind, help in the planning and working. Communication skill is called that help the student develop effective the communication skill. In this camp, will be start after safety from the COVID-19 pandemic in Thailand. I will send you this program application soon. Thank you for attention.
Okay, next we will go on to 5.3. I would like to invite Dr. Somonman Niamlang to talk about Research and Innovation Award.
Yes, good afternoon again. It's not decided yet. We would like to raise this agenda for all of you consideration. During pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic, and also last day is a long history of collaboration among RCA University. And also have many outstanding researcher and also student. I would like to propose the last day outstanding researcher award that would be award to the student that have the criteria for poses important question, demonstrate strong theoretical rationales, utilize systematic methods, is publishable in a top journal, has a well-written summary, and contributes to developmental science theories. For maybe you can read more from our mission as the document, supplementary document 5.3. For the consideration discussion about the criteria of the justice, the first question is, shall we have the Rafte Outstanding Student Award or not? The second question is the criteria of the student award is enough, or maybe we can discuss in the criteria adjustment and committee, who will be the committee executive board member or advisory board member, or we have to invite the experts from outside RAFTE member to be the fair award. This is my agenda. Thank you. Please give me the comment.
Is there any comments to this issue?
Yes, yes. My first question is shall we have a RAFTE Outstanding Student Research Award or not?
Yeah, let me perhaps come in a little bit. First of all, I think this is a very good idea, but I cannot speak for everybody and for everyone to say shall we have or shall we don't have. The question is, the main question is perhaps, or like this, which will coming up with that, is how to finance this idea. We have seen the financing report, and the financing report is all others as well. So I mean, this is a very important question. If you start such activity, you must know how to finance this. On the other hand, as I said already, I have a good feeling. This is a good idea, and we should keep it in our mind, and we should look about it. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Yes, may I? I think that's a very good idea. Especially it will create awareness. Again, we need to look at the topic maybe as a major of study with respect to our objectives. And I think this will be a very valuable instrument for awareness creation and for attracting new members. That's what I think. Thank you.
Hello. Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's a good idea, and to make it research in among us makes more available, especially for students and lecturers. But we have to think about because to give award on the best researchers, I think it's depend on what type of research, because in TVET we have educational research and maybe in engineering or technology research, because these different kind of research we have to the evaluation could be different. During the pandemics, COVID-19, I think we have to think about how to evaluate this two type of research to give an award. I think there is not much problem on the educational or social science research, but what about if that project is based is engineering or technology, or is applied research? So it's quite not difficult, but we have to think how to do the evaluations. Thank you.
Okay, I think for it's a positive that RAFTE member agree with have a RAFTE Outstanding Researcher Award, but we have to discuss more in the topic and project criteria, and also the award price. Maybe we have to discuss more. Maybe I would like to ask Secretariat to set up special meeting for only award, a student researcher award, about to clarify the topic criteria adjustment and also the price also. because we have to balance what we the money what we have, and also to how to separate how many price and what criteria and topics. Thank you.
Can I share some important points, Mr. President?
Yes.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Hello? Oh.
Yes, please.
Yes, I think if we are able to find out the thing which is created by the students after he has been doing the research, and the result from there should be firstly maybe some new finding to improve the situation of whatever related to also TVET, like having some new innovations and creativities, and of course those new findings should improve of the situation of whatever the professional in relation to this technology or whatever the administration. I think perhaps that may be a criteria where we have to improve the TVET system as well. Thank you.
Actually, may I comment?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Yes.
Generally speaking, the awards is very good for student to provide strong incentive and motivation. But at the same time, as someone mentioned, the financial situation. I'm not familiar with the RAFTE system. Does RAFTE have any sponsor companies?
No, not yet.
Nothing?
We don't have a sponsor from the company.
Oh, no, I see. Why not?
Yeah, I think it's very good comments.
Mr. President, to this point, this point of the financial, I think we have been quite a fair time to discuss about it. But our members are still a little bit reluctant to pay the member fee. That's why we have to delete this one. And then it very much depends on how could we think about it, rethinking of this income for the associations. Of course, we have been mentioned or talking about it or discussing of how could we drawing those people who are interesting. I believe that the benefit from there not just only will benefit to the payer who would pay for the supporting of the associations, but of course there must be somewhat of the member which is able. Before that, I believe that by now, the companies, some of them, they need to have a close relation with our institutions or universities, but they also, the welfare of the company, they are also paying attention to the educations. And of course, perhaps in the different countries, they are able also. If we are thinking about this more deeply, we may need to find out the outside, apart from here, members, or you have to raise again for the memberships. But you know, we found that in very, very common to those institutions, they always ask what they will get from what the membership they pay for. This is not the thing we are, you know. Yeah. Yeah. Professor Kiyoshi, you have some comments, huh?
Me?
So that's my comment first, and then we have to sit down and really look through it more, a wider scope, to one of our friend, let's say, to start up with something. We need to do that. That's my comment. Yeah.
I presume that there must be a lot of CSR, corporate society relationship. There must be many companies looking for the good CSR. So
yes.
there must be a lot of possibilities, I think.
They do, yes. We have to join hands, I believe, that really search for. But of course, the thing we have produced must be benefit to the social as a whole. If we are now looking at the ASEAN country, some of them pay more attention to our friends countries, close to them, or even though if we can build a bridge to reach the gap which has been before, and this may be a good moment for our president who are very internationally related people as well. Some other can be join hands. We need to join hands more. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much for all comments. We will fill the gap, and also, as I told before, we will thank and ask Dr. Namyut's suggestion and for Professor Kiyoshi's suggestion. For the researcher award team, we'll keep more discussion and do our homework more, and then we will set up soon about special meeting and asking for some sponsor from company as a CSR project. And also we will look at criteria of awards like innovation award, creativity award, or fundamental award. Also we will contact you very soon after we finish our homework.
Okay, thank you very much. Good. Because we have been delayed quite a lot in terms of time frame. So if there is no special experience as new normal education, I would like to skip this agenda. Is that okay? Okay, so agenda 6.1, I would like to invite Ho Chi Minh University to give information to the members on the next AB and EB meeting, including date, time, and the platform of the meeting. Thank you.
Hello, hello again. I think we need inputs for the proposal of the GIM and EP meeting that we presented a few minutes ago. That we will organize the meetings in Nha Trang, maybe in Nha Trang University, if we can ask for the collaboration. We also hope that by November, we will be able to travel internationally. If not, then we have to go back to online platform. But first, we need to have a feedback for the place and the time. If the RAFT member doesn't want to have it parallel with the conference we are hosting, then we can do in a different time in Ho Chi Minh City.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Is there any other issue that anybody would like to raise in this meeting? If no, I would like to close the meeting. So I think today we have a lot that we have covered, including the activity for this year that we have achieved, including activity for next year. So if there's nothing, thank you very much for everyone for the time in your busy schedules to join this meeting. The President, please give the closing remarks.
Yes, I would like to express my sincere thanks to all of the members from UTT and from other countries that have joined this meeting together. And I would like to say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in 2020. Wishing you a good health.
21.
Happiness.
2021. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. สวัสดีครับ
Yeah. Bye bye. Yeah.
Bye bye.
สวัสดีครับ
Happy New Year. Happy New
Yeah, Happy
Year.
New Year too. You too.
Thank you very much. Happy New
Thank
Year.
you very much. Keep anytime. Keep in contact. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
I miss golfing in Thai.
Oh, please do come.
We can play golf online.
Online.
Yeah.
Online.
Online. Good idea. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Have
thank
a
you
good
very much.
time and physically fit. Yeah, everyone. Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for everyone. Yeah.
Bye bye.
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 Job.